Alors justement, Abbi Glines, quand vous avez écrit, est-ce que vous êtes mis une censure ou pas du tout? Vous avez écrit avec votre plume de façon libre?
But when I started Rosemary Beach with Fallen Too Far, I just wrote it exactly like it would be described in my head. And again, Fallen Too Far was never supposed to be a series. I was just kind of gambling on that book. I didn't know what would happen with it. So I didn't care, and I was very descriptive and explicit, and it went over so well that I continued to do it that way.
Abbi, je vais me concentrer sur le premier livre puisque l'idée pour nous c'est de donner envie au lecteur de commencer par le début. Dans le premier livre, vos deux personnages sont confrontés quand même à vivre un amour, mais un amour interdit, un amour dans lequel il y a des personnes ou des épreuves, des gens qui s'intercalent entre eux. C'est pas très évident, très facile pour eux de le vivre.
Woods and Della, they're not your typical couple. She is not your typical female. She's very naive and she's very innocent. Woods is anything but innocent. So there is another female in his life that his parents want him with, that they feel like is good for him and that fits him. And he doesn't love her. Sure, she fits his world, but he's not in love with her. He's fascinated by Della. She's everything he didn't know existed. So the struggle between the two of them, for her to feel like she's good enough for him and for him to overcome his parents and the issues that they put before him, is, I think, the biggest part of the story and the hardest part to overcome.
Deux questions qui vont être plus larges et on terminera comme ça. Abbi, la avant-dernière question, vous êtes une habituée des listes de best-sellers, vos livres rencontrent un grand succès. Est-ce que vous avez une explication à cela?
I have no idea. I wrote my first book hoping that if 100 people read that book, I would have succeeded. That's all I ever imagined. I remember the day that I found out that it had sold thousands. I didn't realize it. It had, at least was into a month of its publication. And I'm not sure what it is, unless people are fascinated with the southern part of the states. Maybe it's the way I write the sex. I don't know. But it's, I'm thankful and I'm honored. I'm glad that they like the stories I have to tell, but I don't know why they like to read them. I like to read them. It's the story I would want to hear. That's all I got.
Moi, je peux dire quelque chose. J'ai lu les deux premiers livres que j'ai en main. C'est vrai que j'ai trouvé que dans votre écriture, quand on commence à rentrer dedans, c'est assez addictif. C'est-à-dire que vous tenez bien le lecteur par la main. Et on a vraiment envie de savoir ce qui se passe.
I do think that the series, because it's like a television show, and you follow the same group of people through each series, and even though it's maybe a new book and a new couple, you still see that couple that you grew attached to in the books before. And I do believe that the series Falling That Way is very addicting. I have series that I read that are that way. Samantha Young, she has a series that I love, and it does the same thing. So I do believe that that's probably where the addicting part comes. You want to keep following it just like you want to keep watching your favorite television show.
Abbi Glines, un dernier mot, on terminera là-dessus. Est-ce que vous avez un message à passer aux lecteurs français? Pour quelles raisons doivent-ils lire vos livres? Dangerous Perfection qui est en librairie depuis janvier, Simple Perfection qui y est depuis février, le nouveau Take a Chance en mai et le prochain qui arrive en juin. Dites-nous pourquoi on doit vous lire.
Thank you for those that have read the book. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here, and if you haven't read any of the books, I hope that you give them a chance and get to find out a little bit about the southern part of the states. Thanks.
Abbi Glines, un grand merci pour l'entretien. Votre actualité, c'est Dangerous Perfection en librairie dans la collection Et moi, Simple Perfection dans la collection Et moi, Take a Chance, et puis un quatrième tome aussi proposé en juin. Un grand merci à vous.
Thank you so much for the interview.